Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by saying understanding women is not something that happens overnight. It's not a simple math equation. It's not a puzzle where you put a few pieces together and call it a day. No, it's far more profound. And that's the beauty of it. You see, the greatest minds in history have tried to decode the complexity of the human heart. But there's one thing they missed. The secret lies not in logic, but in empathy. Empathy is the bridge between what we think we know and the truth we need to understand. The moment you begin to recognize this, when you truly grasp that a woman's heart, her thoughts, and her dreams are more than just a series of predictable outcomes, that's when you start to see her for who she truly is. Now, here's the catch. Most of us are trained to think in straight lines. We're taught to fix, to solve, to measure. We want answers, we want clarity, we want control. But life is not linear, and neither is the mind of a woman. Her thoughts are not like a roadmap. They're more like a beautiful, intricate tapestry woven together with threads of experience, emotion, and intuition. And that's okay. But here's what we get wrong. We think we can understand women by giving them the answers we would want. But they don't need answers. They need understanding. They need to know that when they speak, someone is listening. Not just hearing, but deeply listening. Listening with the intent to feel what they feel, not just to fix what they think needs to be fixed. The moment you learn to listen, truly listen, you open the door to understanding. You open the door to trust. You open the door to love. When you understand that empathy is the currency in any meaningful relationship, you start to see that the conversations you're having are not battles of logic, but dances of emotion. And this, my friends, is where the magic happens. Because once you learn to connect on that deeper level, everything shifts. The way she looks at you, the way she opens up, the way she trusts you with the most vulnerable parts of her life, it all becomes a reflection of the understanding you've extended to her heart. And it's in that moment when you both meet on the same level of empathy and respect that the connection becomes stronger than any misunderstanding. It's almost impossible to understand women until you realize that it's not about understanding at all, it's about embracing. It's about recognizing the depth of the human experience, the beauty and complexity, and the gift of connection. So, if you truly want to understand the woman in your life, or any woman for that matter, start with this. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to control it. Start listening. Not to answer, but to understand. Start feeling, not with your head, but with your heart. When you do that, you'll not only begin to understand women, you'll begin to understand yourself. That's the key. That's the secret. And once you learn it, everything else will fall into place. Understanding others is not about solving problems or offering solutions. It's about cultivating empathy, a deep, authentic connection to another person's experiences and feelings. Empathy is not just hearing someone's words, it's about understanding what lies beneath them, the emotions, the fears, and the hopes that shape their thoughts and actions. This is especially true when it comes to relationships with women, where the depth of their thoughts and emotions often requires more than just logical analysis. In today's fast paced world, we're often conditioned to jump straight to fixing things, offering advice, or finding quick solutions. However, the greatest act of understanding in any relationship is simply listening without the urge to solve. It's about creating a space where the other person feels truly seen and heard without the need for judgment or correction. When you listen with empathy, you're not only acknowledging their words, but also tuning into their emotional landscape, the places they may not always express, but that are felt deeply. Empathy allows for trust to flourish. When a woman feels that she is truly understood, not as a problem to be solved, but as a unique individual with her own thoughts and feelings, she opens up. This creates a deeper, more meaningful connection. It's a form of acceptance, an unspoken agreement that says, I see you for who you are, and I value you just as you are. True understanding doesn't come from trying to offer a solution or quick advice. It comes from being present in the moment, from showing that you care enough to listen, feel, and be there with her. When you do this, you not only build stronger relationships, but you also invite a level of openness and connection that is beyond words. The complexity of a person's thoughts and emotions is often seen as a barrier to understanding, but in reality, It is one of the greatest strengths of any relationship. When it comes to understanding women, we must shift our perspective. Rather than viewing complexity as something to be solved or decoded, we should see it as a beautiful, integral part of what makes each individual unique. The layers of thought, experience, and emotion that women carry with them are not obstacles. They are the threads that weave the richness of who they are. Complexity is not something to fear, it's an opportunity for growth, both for the individual and for the relationship. When you approach someone with a mindset that values their complexity, you open the door to deeper understanding. It's about accepting that not everything can be neatly categorized or explained. Life is messy, emotions are fluid, and thoughts can change with the ebb and flow of experiences. By recognizing and appreciating this complexity, you are also acknowledging the depth of the other person's human experience. Women are not one dimensional. They are multifaceted beings with a rich inner world shaped by past experiences, hopes for the future, and unique perspectives. The more you understand and appreciate this, the more you are able to engage in a meaningful way. This perspective invites respect and fosters a deeper sense of connection. The key is to embrace this complexity instead of shying away from it. When you stop trying to simplify or fix a person, you begin to see them for who they truly are. You start to build a relationship based on mutual respect for each other's depth, which is the foundation for true emotional intimacy and connection. Complexity, when honored, transforms relationships into powerful experiences of growth, understanding, and shared humanity. In conclusion, understanding women, or any person, requires a shift in mindset. It's not about simplifying emotions or finding quick solutions, but about embracing empathy and recognizing the beauty in complexity. Empathy allows us to truly listen and connect on a deeper emotional level, creating the foundation for trust and mutual respect. By acknowledging that every individual carries a rich, multifaceted inner world, we move beyond surface level interactions and foster relationships built on genuine understanding. When we stop trying to fix or simplify others, we open ourselves to appreciating their full complexity. This shift transforms relationships, allowing them to evolve into meaningful, intimate connections. The true key to understanding women lies not in attempting to decipher them, but in respecting and valuing the depth of their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. In doing so, we build a stronger, more fulfilling bond that is grounded in empathy, respect, and mutual growth.